Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. Today I'm going to share with you an adorable and super easy Valentine's Day treat, chocolate and yogurt dipped pretzels. I'm Meg and I'm passionate about finding ways to make life with kids easier in the kitchen. So before we go through our ingredients, I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of my recipe testing process because this time I actually tested a ton of different recipes. I've always loved yogurt dipped pretzels and figured I can make my own using fresh yogurt, but it turns out you still have to use a ton of sugar. It takes a lot of time, and in the end, it just doesn't taste that good.
That is a lot of sugar.
So the lesson here is that sometimes a treat is just best left a treat. It's a lot easier and it tastes a whole lot better. So with that being said, let's go through our ingredients. You'll need pretzels, and today I'm using an old-time pretzel as well as a rod pretzel, candy melts, yogurt chips, and some coconut oil, and finally some colored sugar for decoration. The first thing I recommend you do is set up a little bit of an assembly line because once your chocolate is melted, you really have to get moving. I put all my ingredients on my work surface. I've added an empty bowl to catch the extra sprinkles so I don't waste them, and finally a baking sheet I've lined with wax paper so my pretzels don't stick. Next, you'll need to melt your chocolate. Today I'm using a pink candy melt, which is perfect for Valentine's Day, and they make these in all sorts of colors, so it's appropriate for any holiday. I'm also using a yogurt chip, which is slightly different than a white chocolate chip, and I found mine in the bulk section of my grocery store. You can melt your chocolate in a double boiler or in the microwave, which I'm using today. Microwave your chocolate for 1 minute on 50% power. Stir and continue microwaving at 15-second intervals until your chocolate is all melted. So now for the fun part, decorating your pretzels. I'm using old-time pretzels today. I love that they're really thick. It helps for dipping. If you decide to use a mini pretzel, that's totally fine. You may want to designate a kitchen pair of tweezers because it helps pull them out. So let's start by dipping one of our pretzels right into the pink chocolate. Oh, it looks so good. I'm gonna do this one just halfway. You can cover it completely. I'm gonna let my excess drip off. I pull it against the bowl to remove any excess, and then I think, to start with, I'm gonna use a red sprinkle. Ah, it's so pretty. I like to get both sides because the kids will look for any inch of pretzel that is not covered in sprinkles and complain. And then I'm gonna lay it down on my wax paper to dry. Next, let's try one with our yogurt chips. Now here's where my recipe testing came into play. I decided I would use a little bit of natural food coloring to make the yogurt chips pink, and it totally changed the texture and you could no longer dip the pretzel.
This is what we call a natural food coloring fail.
This is definitely a little thicker. And then I'm gonna add, I think, a pink sprinkle this time. Next, I'll show you how I do a pretzel rod. I pick up the chocolate so I can get a little bit deeper. You can also put this in a glass, excess strip off, and then I'm gonna use my white sugar crystals for this one. And my last one is all done. Now all I have to do is wait for them to set at room temperature until the chocolate is hardened. Once your chocolate is hardened, make sure you store your pretzels in an airtight container. They do tend to go stale very quickly. You can also package them in very cute ways for your kids to give away as Valentine's Day treats. So I hope you guys have as much fun making these as my kids did.
Avery's dipping, Brooks is sprinkling.
Thank you so much for watching. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.
Happy Valentine's Day.